Our next question is, a friend of mine did commit suicide, but none of the typical warning signs were there. How can suicide be prevented if someone doesn't show signs? I'll direct this question to you, Eileen.
Thank you, Kayla. I really appreciate this question, and I too have had an experience very similar to this individual's question. Not everyone shows all of the common signs. You hear about very specific signs, and very often they're there. But there are also these instances where suicides are completed and no one saw it coming. Friends are not always able to know and see signs ahead of time. We can't read people's minds. People have to be willing to give a clue, share some information for us to know. I actually had a staff person who was a licensed mental health professional, and that individual was at work on a Thursday, and the following day she completed suicide, and we were in a room office full of licensed mental health professionals. None of us saw it. And I think that's quite telling, because there has to be something to grasp a hold of to help prevent that. And we don't always have that. And so we on the other side of the fence, watching this happen and dealing with the aftermath, sometimes we tend to blame ourselves and feel a little bit guilty. What did I miss? What did I not see? And we only see what people show us. And so that's something to remember too, for the survivors to think about. We can only see what a person shows us, and we can only react to that. I think in looking at prevention with all of our relationships, making sure that we're open individuals, that we help our friends and family know that they can come to us, that we're open, that we can listen with openness, without judgment, and make an environment that fosters that kind of communication. But again, the bottom line is, individuals only let us see what they want us to see, and that's the hard part of it. We can't always do something, and it's very difficult when you see that happen. And so on the one hand, just a lot of empathy for this individual, and looking at that warning sign, and knowing that a friend did complete suicide without the warning. But all we can do is create the environment where we can help.
Thanks, Eileen. And sad story. I appreciate you sharing. I would just add that politeness should not prevent a caring person from asking anyone they care for directly if they're thinking about suicide, when having a conversation that could save someone's life. So I'm a big advocate for having those tough conversations, and not letting sort of politeness or a little bit of distance in your relationship inhibit that conversation and those inquiries about how someone's truly doing.
Thank you both for sharing.